Hello everybody, back again with another video. I hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week went well, and I hope that today goes well for you. This video, I want to talk about outsourcing happiness, where you're gaining happiness from the outside world, the external, right? And I think that is a problem because when you outsource happiness, you're gaining happiness. You're putting your happiness on the line, and you're basing your happiness on what's going on in the outside world. And the reason that's a problem is because you can't control the outside world. You can't control what people do, what people say, what people yeah, pretty much. You can't control what people do or say. So it's like, don't put happiness in the hands of someone else or of something else. Like, because there's events and stuff that can make you unhappy, but you shouldn't let that control your happiness. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be things that happen that naturally are gonna make you unhappy temporarily, but I'm just talking about long-term unhappiness, long-term just feeling like sad and depressed. If that's being caused by something that's happening on the outside, whether that's, you know, family, whether that's friends and what they're saying, or, you know, what they're doing, as long as it's not something that's like hurting you directly, it's something that you shouldn't put your happiness on the line for, because people are gonna, it's something that people, you're not always gonna live up, just like you're not gonna always live up to somebody else's expectations. People are not gonna live up to your expectations. So naturally we have expectations for other people. That's just natural. Like, you know, unless they've proven that we should have lower expectations for them, we're naturally going to have, especially if it's our family and friends, we're naturally going to have like high expectations for them. Now, when they don't live up to them, then naturally we're disappointed, we're sad. But I'm here to say, no matter what happens, don't let that affect your happiness. You can try your best to motivate them, but it has to be them. It has to come from their internal mind that, hey, I need to, do better or live up to this expectation or whatever. But don't put your happiness on the line. It's just not, it's not something that should be done. I think that when you do that, you are bound to be disappointed. And I used to do that a long time ago. Like, I would be unhappy because I'm basing my happiness on the actions or the sayings of like other people. And, I would be sad and try to gain happiness from other people. And I learned that that's just not going to work. What works is gaining happiness from inside, where no matter what, you are going to be happy, and it's not going to be based on what somebody else does. I mean, even if you're in a relationship, your partner is not always going to live up to your expectations, and you can gain happiness from your partner, but at the same time, you do have to still, even then, learn to gain happiness for yourself. It has to come from the inside. You have to love yourself, enough to where you can generate your own happiness without it coming from something or someone from the outside. You know, when I talk about something that brings you happiness from the outside, I'm talking about whether it's food or drugs or some sort of vice. You don't want that either, because that's something from the outside that, for one, is addicting, and it's designed to addict the brain to make you want more, and that's giving you happiness from the outside. So what happens when all of a sudden, for some reason, you're unable to get that food or drug or whatever? You're unhappy, you're irritated, you know sugar and sugar specifically does this. Salt does too. It brings your brain temporary happiness. It operates that dopamine feeling in your brain, and that's bringing you happiness. But what happens when the doctor says you've consumed too much sugar, you've consumed too much salt, you need to cut those things out? Then what? You're unhappy, you're irritated, because you're addicted, because you've gotten that happiness, that high from something externally. And to a certain degree, when we gain like happiness from other people, validation from other people, it's kind of like a certain high we get temporarily. We kind of go through that. And I'm just saying, you shouldn't base that on something from the outside. Get your happiness from the inside. That's all I'm saying. I think that's, when we really look at this world, when we look at all the crazy things that happen in this world, you're bound to be disappointed. You're bound to be sad, upset. But you have to remember, at the end of the day, you can't control none of these things that are going on in the world. There's all types of horrible things happening right as I speak. I don't have any control over it though. So why am I going to be like just all depressed and upset all the time? Obviously, when I hear about something bad happens, I'm going to be sad. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let it bring my whole life just to a screeching halt, and where I'm sad and depressed and don't feel like doing anything. Because at the end of the day, while it's unfortunate and sad what's going on in this world, the truth is I can't control it. There's really nothing I can do about it. I wish there was something I can do about it, but there's just not anything I can do about it. And so why am I going to spend my time just being depressed about it all the time, even though I can't control it? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, as long as you have the inner you happy, then there's nothing that anybody can do or say. I mean, there is, but then you know what I'm trying to say. There isn't anything that long term can just upset you, like, you know, like crazy, Y'all see what I'm trying to say? That's all I'm trying to say. Stop externalizing your happiness. Internalize happiness. Don't outsource your happiness. Internalize your happiness. Gain happiness from the inner you. So that's all I'm saying. I just had this on my mind for some reason. I don't know why. but I think it's an important message, you know, and that comes from loving yourself. That comes from valuing yourself. I mean, you have to. You have to. Um, you can, of course, love other people. You can, of course, have expectations for other people, but if they disappoint, hey, they're human. And there's nothing wrong with them doing that too, because they're only human. Who says they have to live up to your expectations to a certain degree? Who says they have to do that? If they disappoint you, they're only humans. So maybe your thinking is wrong on that. Do you think about that? Maybe your thinking is wrong to have these high expectations of this person, and when they disappoint or they don't, you know, follow through or whatever, it might be you. It might be you. So, you know, yeah, that's all I really had on this subject. Yeah, I just woke up thinking about this, so I was like, let me make a video about it. So yeah, my refrigerator just came on. You know, it's funny though. Yesterday, I got on because I ordered like another alternator, and I got on rockauto.com and didn't realize that I could have just ordered the new alternator, basically as a free warranty replacement instead of like buying a whole new alternator. Cause see, the alternator I had, I can't just send it back for a refund because I bought it like 3.5 months ago. The only thing they could do was send me like a free replacement, and so I did that. And then the new one that I bought, separate from like any of the warranty or anything, I just sent that back as well. I don't know why I didn't just look and see whether I could just get a warranty replacement before I bought the new alternator. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but oh well. And then the timing belt I bought, I realized I bought the wrong size timing belt. I mean, it fits, but it's the power steering timing belt, not the alternator, the one that goes over the alternator tensioners. So, I mean, if you're in the cars, you know what I'm talking about. But, you know, it's all right. I might as well just replace that. I mean, I already have it. I was thinking about sending it back, but I might just put that power steering timing belt on, because it does fit. It's just I don't really need that one. The one I need is the alternator, like tensioner timing belt, you know. So yeah. And I don't know, I actually put the original one back on, and I took the one that I had for 3 months out. Well, I took, yeah, the alternator I took out, and I sent it back. I didn't even say that right. I took the alternator that I had in my car for 3 months out, and I sent it back to get the warranty replacement. And I also sent the other alternator that I just bought back for a refund. I got a full refund off that because I literally just bought it. But it was unnecessary work because I didn't look and make sure I could have got a new one for free under warranty. But that's all right. That is all right. So yeah, I have some stuff to do today. It's supposed to be another hot day outside. So I'm about tired of this heat though. I'm ready for it to be cold again. Honestly, I'm ready for it to be cold again. But yeah, but that's Texas. That heat is, it's just gonna keep going. That heat is gonna last all the way to like October. That's when it's gonna finally start to cool down. So we got one more month, since September started. But once October rolls around, then it'll start to finally like cool down. But they say with this like climate change stuff that it might not even get as cold. I don't know, to be honest. That's just what I read somewhere, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Um, anyway, I think that's about it for this video. I do appreciate y'all watching this video. Today is Saturday, so go out, have fun, live life. Go do something outdoors. Go do something outdoors. Um, as long as it's not too hot like it is here. Man, but yeah. Trying to think, is there anything else that I need to say? Oh, the video where I'm gonna talk about like the instant noodles, I'll probably upload that sometime next week. Like I said, I gotta just look up all the ingredients and the nutrition facts, and kind of just because that type of the video I made with the Oreos, I had like a whole bunch of notes and stuff written down so that I could like be clear on each ingredient and the issues with each ingredient, so I have to do that with like the instant noodles as well. But yeah, they're bad. Lots of sodium, tons of sodium. Yeah, so anyway, thank you all for watching the video.